Piers Morgan has ripped into Boris Johnson and his government in a withering takedown of the Prime Minister over accusations of Downing Street parties while the country was under strict lockdown rules. The 56-year-old former Good Morning Britain presenter had railed against the government during the lockdowns while on the ITV breakfast news show, leading to the Prime Minister unofficially banning ministers from appearing on the programme. Speaking to Sophie Rayworth on BBC One Current Affairs show Sunday morning, Piers launched into a 2-minute rant as to why the Conservatives have lost the trust of the public over their brazen Downing Street parties. Piers took issue with the May 2020 drinks party that was reportedly organised by Martin Reynolds over email, with some 100 members of staff invited. This was at a time in which lockdown rules meant that people were only allowed to meet one other person. The Prime Minister admitted last week that he had attended the event and apologised for doing so, adding that he was under the impression it was a work event. Speaking on the BBC show, Piers said, "The court of public opinion has come back and found Johnson guilty of the most brazen rank hypocrisy imaginable. This was the time when the entire country had been in lockdown for weeks on end. This was a time when you couldn't go and see loved ones when they were dying in hospital from this virus. This was literally minutes after Oliver Dowden had the brass neck to stand there at the Downing Street press conference and order everybody you were allowed to only meet one person, outside, at 2-meter distance from another household." Piers continued to say that he had met his son on that particular day for the first time in 3 months. He added that he wasn't even able to shake hands with him. The TV presenter went on to say that his family had suffered from the emotional strain of the lockdown. He said, "I had a cousin who wasn't able to see his dying father. I had a great school friend who couldn't see her mother who died in a care home from COVID, had to say goodbye on FaceTime, then had a funeral for a handful of people. I had a co-worker, Kate Garraway at Good Morning Britain, who couldn't go and see her critically ill husband." All over the country, people have these kind of stories, and they were horrific stories of separation, and yet the very people who were telling the country to do this were having a massive knees up in Downing Street that night and carried on having knees ups throughout the entire pandemic, and it's a complete disgrace. Piers went on to say that Boris should go after the party revelations, adding, "Public trust in the government has surely been completely shattered." Finishing his 2-minute rant, Piers said, "Every Conservative MP must be looking at all these stories and concluding surely that public confidence has been irrevocably destroyed by what's happened here. I can't think of a bigger breach, frankly, than a global health emergency, where the government make these draconian orders and completely disregard them with impunity. Do you have a story to sell? Get in touch with us at webcelebs@trinitamirror.com or call us direct 0207 29 33 033.